Hi, my name is Kirk Olson. I work for WCS, a conservation NGO with a global presence. I've had the privilege of having worked with partners in Kazakhstan over the previous 10 years to help protect Saiga. I am speaking from those experiences to help ensure that they have not been wasted. I hope that I will once again have the opportunity to see the great herds of Saiga roaming across the steppe. The Saiga population in Kazakhstan is one of global importance, and their presence is a symbol of a healthy environment and represent natural beauty and wonder. Saiga are also symbols of Kazakhstan and are considered to be a national treasure. This is perhaps a more important consideration. Their importance to the nation and the meaning they hold in the rich culture that is part of Kazakhstan's national and global identity. The art on the national currency and monuments in the capital, to name just a couple examples, are inspired by their presence and are tributes to their place in the country's lore. Without consideration of what is needed to ensure the survival of their inspiration, the living and wild Saiga and the marvelous steppe that they survive in, these artistic inspirations will become symbols of what has been lost and sacrificed, replaced by a future that is void of wild beauty and less bright than what it once was. The planned road to the steppes of central Kazakhstan and the habitat for Saiga has the potential to serve as a scarring reminder of how these animals disappeared. The nation of Kazakhstan has demonstrated on the international level that Saiga are considered to be part of the nation's future. Kazakhstan is a party to the Convention on Migratory Species and is a signatory to the Saiga MOU. This states that sustainable use of Saiga is a long-term management goal with which its conservation efforts aim to achieve. This has been demonstrated at the most recent Conference of Parties of the Convention on the International Trade of Endangered Species. Kazakhstan led the defense in maintaining that trade in Saiga products remained an important tool for their long-term sustainable management. These goals and commitments cannot be attained without also implementing what is needed on the ground for protecting Saiga and ensuring that their habitat is not fragmented and remains healthy and suitable for their growth and survival. The planned road through the steppes of central Kazakhstan is a threat to Kazakhstan's international commitments and national goals for this species. Kazakhstan has shown that it is committed to investing in these goals. An impressive amount of financial resources have been put towards ensuring that illegal hunting is reduced, allowing the populations to grow and rebound from the gaps that occurred in their protection in the early 1990s. Rangers have fallen to protect Saiga from illegal killing, a somber reminder that people are willing to sacrifice their lives to protect Saiga. The planned road to the steppes of central Kazakhstan will waste the resources that have been put into ensuring that Saiga are protected and diminishes the lives of the rangers who have sacrificed everything for their survival. When the recent outbreaks of an unknown disease occurred, resulting in the deaths of potentially hundreds of thousands of Saiga, the nation responded. These deaths were considered to be a tragedy, and the nation moved swiftly to understand the reasons for these outbreaks, with the intent of preventing them to secure the future of Saiga. The planned road through the steppes of central Kazakhstan jeopardizes the gains made in understanding the nature of these outbreaks and elevates the risk that such outbreaks will occur with greater consequence in the future. Kazakhstan has demonstrated a desire to protect Saiga through designating portions of their range as protected areas and reserves. But what is the point in preserving these areas if the rest of their range is degraded and fragmented and inaccessible to Saiga? This question needs to be factored into development decisions, in particular considering whether the building of a road across these protected areas is not detrimental to the intended vision of such areas. A great body of knowledge has been gathered in support of a sound decision-making process associated with protecting Saiga and their habitat. This follows best practice. The research has shown that Saiga do not migrate along corridors convenient for road planning as taught in textbooks or known from other species. Rather, they move across a broad and unpredictable front, changing each year depending on the condition of the forage they seek. The evidence that Saiga adapt to new transportation corridors has not materialized. Saiga are avoiding these spaces, and this is concerning. This evidence should allow for pause and rethink for how to best meet sustainability commitments before it is too late. Sustainable and green development must take this into account, or it violates the principles of best practices associated with the mitigation hierarchy. The road in its current alignment across the steppes of central Kazakhstan is not in the best interest in the future development of the region, and certainly not in the best interest of Saiga, and the two are inseparable. Kazakhstan has demonstrated that it does envision a future that includes Saiga in it. As someone who shares this planet with you, and as someone who, just like you, wants to live in a future that is better than the past, I ask you to take the time to reflect on the alternatives and be a part of making decisions that ensure the wild heritage of Kazakhstan has a place in the nation's future. Thank you.